Alright, hello everyone. Um, Sorry that it's been a while since I have posted any videos, but, yeah, I've had a lot of stuff going on the end of the school year, all that. But now that the school year is over, I will probably be able to post, a little more often because it's summer and a little more consistently. So, yeah, um, yeah, so, um, as you've seen from the title of this video, this is a showcase of what I have done with my spaceship that I'm building so far. I made a part one to this. If you haven't seen that, you should go watch it so you have a little more context, I guess. But yeah, this is part two. So basically, in the first part of this video, it was literally just the general frame of the spaceship, and inside it was just, well, I haven't really changed all that much since part one. But on top of it, you can see here there is a giant um antenna array. It doesn't really work. The only really functional part is command block teleporter that I made. Teleports me to, she'll just, yeah, teleports me to this other part of the world. Um yeah, it teleports me to this other part of the world. I have a rocket there, but yeah. Um I should showcase this in a different video. All this, yeah, it's just a pillager outpost. Uh Rocket assembly building, rocket there, antenna, yeah, all that. But basically, that's not the main point right now. Going to teleport to. So for monument, yeah. So the only real functional part of that antenna array is the command block teleporter thing, and then yeah, I haven't really. I guess the only real thing that I guess I consider I know what it's supposed to do, like actually supposed to do. Great, sorry. Is this big thing right here. It's supposed to be a literal communications dish. Um, which is why I've got that. Yeah, you get the point. Communications dish. But then, aside from that, I'm gonna save all this for the end. Aside from the communications dish, inside it, I have actually, um, I've actually added a little stairwell there. And then it's the captain's room right here. I gotta actually hold on, I wanna see the lightning strike the antenna really good. But yeah, I have the captain's room right here, the bed, which I'm sleeping in now. Yeah, it's the bed, storage, bookshelves, lights, paintings to remind the captain of Earth or something. His desk, his captain's log. Yeah, without it, it looks kind of, yeah. Without the lights on it, it's just kind of dark in here. So yeah, bed, storage, bookshelves, lights, paintings, desk, captain's log, all that. Yeah. Then other than that, I haven't really done anything with this. I mean, the main fridge looks the same, basically, so I haven't changed anything in there. But, yeah. So, yeah, and then this is just a little room area thing I've done here. It's like, I'm not sure what this is going to be used for, maybe like defense area or something, I don't know. And then this hole is obviously going to be patched later. You can see here in the last video, I don't think the gray staircase was there. I just kind of added that a while ago. And then I've finished the engine and fuel tanks, is what all of this is. It's basically finished at this point. All the engine and all the fuel tanks. So let me explain how this works. So basically, all this copper stuff, all the copper grids, it's literally just for the effect of making it look like they're not just floating there, because they gotta stay in place for it to work, for the whole thing to work. I mean, it's obvious, it's Minecraft, it's obviously not gonna work. I am not an absolute master at redstone. I can barely build a 3x3 piston door. And the only one I have built, it broke for some reason. I've just not fixed it yet. Yeah. We have fuel tanks here. And then these right here are supposed to be particle accelerators. This is supposed to be a particle accelerator that, like, yeah. Here, let me explain this a bit. So basically, inside the fuel tanks, we have just, like, the bamboo wood is supposed to be, like, so basically, if this were, like, actually a real-life spaceship and working, obviously it wouldn't look quite like this. Yeah, basically the fuel would be sucked down into the bamboo planks, and then it would be transported off in this direction towards the particle accelerator. And then all these target blocks are for, like, so that the crew can monitor, like, how much fuel is left. So, like, if the whole thing accelerates, all the fuel is going to get pushed back that way. And then, yeah, basically they're just sensors to see how much fuel is inside the fuel tanks. Yeah, basically, the fuel gets shot this way, it gets transported this way, goes into the particle accelerator, right here. It starts spinning, and then it gets shot into, it gets basically shot into this fuel tank, where, it gets shot into this fuel tank, where it gets transported with the red, yeah, it gets put into this fuel tank, where, like, it goes into here. The fuel from the first fuel tank goes into this fuel tank, and then it, like, goes that way, because that's why I have the terracotta. It goes that way, and then the fuel from this fuel tank goes that way as well. Goes into the bamboo, goes that way as well. Particle accelerator spins the fuel from this tank again, and it spins this fuel, and then, yeah, it goes this way, out, that way, up and over, and then, yeah, it spins, and then it gets shot through this fuel tank into the next particle accelerator, where basically the same thing happens again. It all goes this way, goes that way, out, and then, yeah, it goes out that way, this way, up again, spins again, it gets accelerated again, and then from here it just sort of, right here, it goes that way, it comes out, it goes this way, it's along here. This is a smaller particle accelerator to really speed it up. It's sped up even more, and it gets shot into the engine and shot out as it produces a whole bunch of thrust. Why are there particle accelerators? Well, for one, having the idea of just having a particle accelerator on a giant spaceship is just cool. It just sounds cool. So there's that, and then also it's a giant spaceship. You need a whole bunch of thrust to push it. And with these small fuel tanks compared to the rest of the thing, they don't have very much fuel, so the fuel really needs to be used as much as possible to its full potential. So yeah, it has to go out really fast to push it really efficiently. And so then here, kind of for the effects of, like, the engine bell being lit up, I just have magma blocks here, kind of like, and then I have magma blocks here, and then I have a light bulb here. Yeah, at night it just looks cool having the engine inside of the engine glow. So, and then also I changed the engine to basalt and other basalt, So yeah, because I mean, if an engine is made out of concrete, it's not gonna work very well. So yeah, and then as for the rest of the ship, I have no real idea what's gonna go in this larger section at the front. I don't really know yet. Um, Let me explain this thing. Um, Basically, this is made out of quartz. The idea is that basically, um, up there, well, I just said I didn't know it was gonna go up there, so, but yeah, I think maybe I'm gonna put like a big magnet in here. I'm gonna like build what looks like a magnet in here, and then have a bunch of like emeralds or something going this way, connecting to this. And basically, this spike is going to like channel all the magnetic fields, and then it's going to like basically let the spaceship hover and use like magnetic rocks in the ground to hover because it's so strong. I don't know. It's just a random. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. I'm the nerdiest nerd that'll ever nerd. So yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, basically the whole thing's going to sort of use magnetic rocks inside the ground to hover, as well as manipulate the, well, what would be Earth's magnetic field, but it's Minecraft, so it's all flat. The Minecraft world is literally flat. The real Earth isn't. The real world is round. It's a sphere. And yeah, the real Earth is a sphere. The Minecraft world is flat. That's just how the game works. So yeah, that's basically the whole thing. That's the whole spaceship so far. I'm going to obviously finish it. I'm thinking of putting a giant like I'm thinking down here, I'm going to have maybe a cargo bay or something, like right here. I'm going to have two big cargo bays like there, and then right here, these are going to be two like docking bays inside it. I'm going to like fill it up, make them little rooms, and then you're going to stop before they hit the fuel tanks. Um, and then they're gonna have like little mini spaceships in them or something. So yeah, one docking bay on each side, two large cargo bays here, magnet there, and then I'm gonna have to fill in the rest of the control tower or island, whatever you want to call it, and then cover the whole thing, and then it's basically gonna be done. So yeah, um, yeah, okay. Me is Jason. That's not my real name. Me is Jason. Okay.